What's up, Dragon Brood? I realize I haven't played Mono Black that much this season, and turns out there's a really good list that just came out from the regional championships, and we're going to give it a go because it's kind of a slightly bit more teched out Mono Black than we're used to playing. It's got some of the usual suspects, but some other fun stuff added in, so let's take a look at it. Also, credit, this list comes from Kazutaka Oya, I believe is the name, from the Japanese regional, so that's actually really cool. Regional championship, I should say. But yeah, cool result on this one, but we're starting with 4 cut down because we got to have some removal, no surprise. We're also playing 4 duress, pretty good. But then we get into an interesting card in Intimidation Tactics that I just played a couple of these main deck, which I thought was really cool. And I like this card because it cycles later in the game if there's nothing we can really do with it. Of course, a note with Infliction, just a solid card. Same can be said about Deep Cavern Bats and Go for the Throat. So no real surprise on these cards here, but then we're playing a couple of Maze Mind Tome. I guess to draw some extra cards, maybe gain a little bit of life as the game goes on. It's like pretty cool, not something you normally see in these lists. Then we have Preacher of the Schism, just a generally good card. But then going fairly heavy with 3 Karsi Revenants. And I actually like this. When you're talking about playing against the mono red decks or the Red Aggro decks, they do have those flyers that you want to be able to block that kills them and also gains you some life. But honestly, even just gaining any life with this is very good. And then you get to put lifelink on a second creature, which is super awesome. Archfiend of the Dross, obviously still just a good magic card. Same can be said of Shieldred the Apocalypse. And then we're also going to go ahead and rock with some Gix's Command. Pretty good, don't see that too much these days. And some Unholy Annex. Obviously, fantastic card, played in all mono black decks these days. But then with the lands, we're doing something a little different. We are playing some Fountain Port, and we're playing Soulstone Sanctuary. So there's a lot happening. Now, I've been seeing Sanctuary in a lot of lists, but not so much the Fountain Ports. So this should be kind of an interesting mix of cards. This list looks like it's poised very well to be able to deal with the Red Aggro decks, but also should be able to hang with everything else. So let's see how this version of Mono Black does. And before we get into that, don't forget, at the end of the video, we will have a link that takes you over to Moxfield, our channel sponsor, where you can download this. And also, if you want to buy this or anything else, or deck out your Commander decks, or get Final Fantasy stuff, check out Tales of Adventure. That's TOAMagic.com. You can use code DRAGON, DRAGN. It'll save you 5% on your whole order. But yeah, let's go see if this teched out Mono Black is as good as it seems. Opponent goes first. We can't really throw this back, right? Why do I feel like we're going to have to discard something here? Nope, they did not make us discard anything here. I'm just going to pass. This has to be some type of enchantment deck, Pixie, something or other. So playing this isn't really going to net us any value, I don't think. But we can find out. It is a Pixie deck. This is way more annoying. This is like, whatever. Sure, let's just get rid of that. Slow things down a little bit. Now, they can double Nowhere to Run to get rid of an Archfiend of the Dross, which is kind of funny. Momentum Break. Sure, I'm going to get rid of... Trying to think what else would be in the deck. I think this is safe to get rid of. Yep, you do your thing. Let's go ahead and kill this. Alright, well, I guess we're going to need cards one way or the other. Preacher. So we need to get them to use one of the Nowhere to Runs first. Or else the Preacher has no chance of living. Well, I say that. When they find another land, it won't have a chance. I think if we get an untapped land, I was going to say, I think we just go Archfiend here first. Yep. Like I said, we knew that was there, so we're not shocked. Do we go Shieldred? No, let's go here first. I was going to go Shieldred, but I was like, nah, let's test the water. Exactly. That's what I was like. I don't want to give up any of our best cards yet there. Alright, so we have 6 now. Let's go here. And this is just forcing the opponent into spending some cards. I kind of want to take United Battlefront, but they don't have the mana right now. think I'm just going to take this. Kind of just force their hand on playing certain things. Oh, that could be good. Oh, here comes Battlefront. Yeah, I kind of don't mind that this happened, believe it or not. Sure, so you get to kill a dude and have to discard a card. That sounds great. Oh, wait. Actually, you let us keep the Revenant? That feels like a little bit of a surprise. Why did you let us keep the Revenant? Alright, I'm gonna get rid of this, I guess. That doesn't do anything to them. Well, that's not true. We would get rid of that. Huh. Creates a little bit of a weird situation. So I think we have to do this. Play Deep Cavern Bat. Get rid of one of these. Just to kind of force the opponent's hand a little bit. Alright. Now, we could have prevented some bounce, block, whatever shenanigans, but they would have just killed Shieldred with the 2. Oh, so we're going to go temporary lockdown to get that back? Oh, I see. Now you're going to try to bounce that. Alright, yeah, fair. So we have 7 mana. Well, now that we have a chance, how many things do you have to bounce stuff? Just 1. Let's get rid of that. And then let's play... Well, actually, let's attack. And how many things do you have under here? 2 things would make us sacrifice, and this would kill 1. So basically, whatever we make, they're all dead, right? So, do we just make a demon here? Put you down to 6 and force your action? Yeah. Because then they go to 4. Okay, cool. Yeah, it could have been tough if they found a land, because I think they would have been able to play the talisman, pay the 1, go find something to bounce this, and this wipes everything out, and then we're in kind of like an ugly situation. But we fortunately dodged that bullet. The interesting thing about this list, we're going to go ahead and keep, was that it was labeled as mono black demons, which is a little bit of a surprise. Let's go ahead and go with this here. See if we can get something good out of their hand here early. So there's a Fear, there's a Momentum Break, and there's some Nurturing Pixie. But they can't even cast the Nurturing Pixies yet. So, I mean, they got to find white mana. And we have some cut downs and stuff, so this isn't the end of the world. They're going to make us discard a card? Yeah, that's fine. Why not? What do we want to do here? I kind of, sadly, I'm going to discard this. Because I think by the time we set that up, we won't want to take that extra damage from drawing those cards, potentially. Did get the 1 Gix's command, which is pretty strong in this matchup, actually. I kind of dig it. But we're a long way from casting it, so let's just get rid of it. Now, we do have to be careful. We could play Karsi Revenant, and then if they find white mana, it's going to suck for us. But I think that's fine. Oh, well, double cut down. I guess we might as well. In this matchup, cut down's actually a reasonable card. Pass the turn. Now, of course, they're going to find it now that we played the Karsi Revenant. But, oh, they just had another momentum break. Yeah, fair enough. That's fine. This creature going to the graveyard isn't the end of the world. We'll live. And, you know, kind of getting to see why this Mazemind Tome is likely going to be important as well. Okay, we'll take a Deep Cavern Bat. It does slowly get us to where we can get some extra life. Sun Procure, I guess we take one of these because they're the cheap ones. Pass the turn. I mean, at some point, they're going to get white mana. We'll lose the Deep Cavern Bat. You know, whatever. Yeah, sure. Let's just kill this. And then we discard the other one. Okay. Man, it's kind of good we actually made them discard that fear earlier, or we could have been in trouble here. Oh, yeah, we'll take that for show. For show, you right on. And if we can get to where we start making 1/1s, we actually turn off the benefit of their momentum break, even if they bounce them. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's fine. We can live with that. Let's attack. So now the momentum break doesn't really do much. And we'll do this, and we'll get to draw a card and gain 4 life. So Preacher's real benefit here is just making extra 1/1s. Oh, they're not even wanting to. So what? I was going to say, if you're not doing anything here, like, what's up? Are they trying to set us up the trap, as they say? Well, we're going to be able to find out, aren't we? What are you trying to trap with, opponent? Entity tracker? So you just... I guess they didn't really want to just get a 1/1 token, so fair. Alright. And then next turn, if we still have our Preacher, we're just going to set up Carsey Revenant at that point. So we get some life for all of us attacking. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, let's just check and see what that extra card is. Because if they happen to be playing a spot removal that they found, I wouldn't want to waste it. Oh. Yeah, we'll just take Kaido, whatever. And now we get to start getting cards. I mean, at some point, I'm going to start attacking with the 1/1 as well, because, you know, why not? All right. Might as well play it, right? I don't think there's any value in just holding it. The real thing is, I don't think they have a way to get rid of Preacher other than double blocking it. And if so, we just take out 2 creatures with it, and we don't care. Alright, that's pretty good. So, I'm going to go ahead and just kill this now. So there's no chance they could respond to protect it or whatever. And then maybe we can just start attacking with all these things. That should be it, right? Okay, cool. How much can we do with only 1 black mana? Let's find out. Alright, let's hit it with the intimidation tactics. Oh my gosh, it's that deck? Okay, sure. So removal's pretty much wasted. This is just them kind of ramp up the Innkeeper's talent and then just get a Planeswalker and kill us. Alright, well, not sure what our real plan's going to be here, because, I mean, at least that's big Liliana, not little Liliana, but we'll see. Not sure what we're going to be able to do. What's funny is, I think that deck's actually bad against a lot of things, but it's good against us. Sadly. Alright. Put a counter on this so we can scry. I mean, I already have a cut down. I don't know how many are going to be useful even. Oh, boy. I guess I need to kill this. Yeah, this is a matchup we just don't have a lot of cards against. I mean, we could get Duresses. We have 4 of them, but If we don't get duress, I don't know if we have anything that's going to matter here. Man. It sort of sucks, because I feel like we need to keep it anyway. And then I'm just going to waste this, because I don't know what else they would have gotten that this would matter. But, alright. I mean, not a shocker. We just... Let's just see, you know, is all that was. And the worst part is, if we make a demon, they just get to kill it with Vivian. So it's just, ugh. All around, this is bad. Yeah, they don't even do that. Just pump up their Innkeeper's talent, and then just get your Liliana and win, basically. Sure. Golly. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, we really had no shot here. I mean, Shieldred, you are too late. I just don't think anything's going to come of that right now. So what happens here? They play Nissa. That doesn't kill us. They play this. They could give their stuff crazy abilities. Choose a permanent they control, each permanent type, and then we're down to just one of each. Alright. It's probably the way they're going to go, I'd imagine. I mean, it's better than nothing. Though I probably should have played Soulstone Sanctuary, held on to a swamp, but... Oh, they actually went with Vivian here.
Go ahead and run. I can keep up. Nature speaks, and I listen.
Okay. Sure. They didn't quite go how I expected, but alright. Sure. I guess we're on Viv or Shieldred. Alright, cool.
I do hope you make your course will make an excellent.
We keep 1, 2, 3. Alright, we take 9. Man, we have drawn very little of anything worthwhile here. This is so disappointing. Alright, cool. Alright, let's keep it. I don't know if this is good or bad. We'll find out. Wow. Okay, let's get rid of that. I mean, I guess we do this. Just to kind of force the opponent's hand. Oh, wow. Triple get lost? Bruh. Okay, then. Like, it is what it is. That's so rough. Alright, so we know they're likely to play Magda. We could kill Magda. I'm going to go ahead and just do this. At some point, we got to get them to spin the get lost, so sure. And at least if it's going to kill something that just goes to our graveyard that we could reuse, we're fine. Alright, let's off this. Let's see what we got here. Nothing, apparently. Awesome. I don't think we need that. Okay. Now, I assume Carsey Revenant's dead. Nope, they're not killing it. I don't understand why not, but sure. I get just trying to get on the board, but come on, opponent. Alright, they're going to have to get rid of something now. Yep. Alright, so they're going to wait and try to remove something here, which makes sense. Especially if you were going to kill Carsey Revenant. Oh. Alright. Interesting to note. And the turn. So I guess we're going to lose that to get lost. Fair enough. We'll go ahead and attack. Sure. It dies. I think I'm just going to go ahead and make the demon. And then the opponent's kind of forced into a decision here. Like, you get rid of the demon or we get to keep getting cards. Your choice. Actually, you got to get rid of the demon or you die because they're at 6. Though, they might have a way to get rid of the demon and the enchantment. Who knows here? Yep. Exactly what I was thinking. They had both of them. Go figure. I mean, if they do, they do. I mean, if the opponent just draws all removal... They drew 3 creatures and nothing but removal after that. That's gross. Actually, they had the couple of creatures in their opening hand. Actually, not true. They drew Plunder. Alright. What can we do with this? Wow, come on, deck. We don't need any more lands. We need business cards. What are we doing? I mean, maybe? Sure, why not? Alright, Builder's Talent, sure. Leveled up. Do I even care about killing the... I guess so. So we can punch through here. Like, I'm just trying to put pressure on... Oh, yeah, that just kills them. Forgot we had the creature land. Man, that game was ugly. Ugh. That's one of those ones you win, and you don't even feel good about it. Like, that was just... Like, geez. Shielder's Edict, get lost. Shielder's Edict, get lost. Get lost. Sunder the Gateway. Bleh. Alright, let's see what we can do with this Duress. I find the Maze Mind Tome very interesting. I still don't know how much I like it, but I do find it interesting, to say the least. Boy, we're gonna need some kill spells, aren't we? Yeah, I guess we get rid of that. Come on, let's find something to get rid of that guy. We failed. It's alright, we at least get a way to dig. Alright, you have a Manifold Mouse. I really think, like, as much as Rage needs to go, I also think Manifold Mouse needs to go. Giving stuff Double Strike just makes it to where it's, like, makes blocking almost irrelevant between those two cards a lot of times. I'm gonna put that on bottom, and I'm gonna put a stop. Oh, I tried to put a stop during my upkeep. Ugh. And now, because I left him the Lightning Strike, this is not going to go well for us. But we still do it, actually. I mean, we're going to have taken 7 or 8, but still. That's if they don't have Rage or something here. So yeah, you get rid of that. We'll take a pile of damage. Still looking for our removal spells. Okay, they don't have any pump spells, so that much is good. Preacher. Worth considering. Pass the turn. Now, there's a very interesting thing here, because if they don't kill our Archfiend, there is the real possibility that we could use the Karsi Revenant on that. Well, we have to block here anyway. Like, we just drew no removal against the mono red decks. This is kind of pointless. Apparently, they don't have anything to pump with, though, because if they did, they would just straight up attack here with no hesitation, right? I mean, this should be no question. You either, if you have something to pump or shoot our Archfiend, you just attack. If they don't, I have to assume their hand is just like, I don't know, 2 lands? Because if they're not burn spells, they're not pump spells, and I don't know what else they would be. Wow. Okay, let's find some removal then, deck. I don't need any more Preachers. Bruh. Like, come on. I guess I'm going to draw. Get 4 life here. Jeez. This is terrible. So here's the problem. If I don't attack this turn, I don't know how I end up getting to attack for enough to matter. If I demon, I go to 12. We've assessed they have nothing to pump unless they find something. So this could be 5 next turn, 6. So we take 12, 13 at a minimum. But we'd be at 15. If we just did this and attack, we gain 6 and go to 19. So we're not dead. Alright, I'm just going to do this and see what happens. I mean, if nothing else, next turn we get Annex plus Priest, Preacher. Like, I don't know. I don't know how we found no removal so far. And we found all these lands. And I put a land on the bottom with Scrying, too. Yeah, we just take it. There's really nothing we can do about it. Yeah, this is likely doing nothing at this point. Alright, 6. We can attack for 9. That's not going to be enough. But we do this. And we do this. The problem here is we still can't block the hero and kill it, or we die. Possibly. Alright, well, we go to 10. There's a duress. That's probably a bit late. I mean, I guess if they give that trample, it's a bigger problem. Because then there's... Yeah, I think... See, they're thinking about it. Because if they give it trample and I block it, I still take 3, and then I take 7. Whereas they give it first strike, I can just block, don't lose anything. Unless they have, like, rage or something, then it's whatever, right? Okay, we might have got there. Wow, did we somehow manage to beat mono red? Yep, that is crazy. Beat mono red in what amounts to a 7-turn game, not drawing a single removal, and I only played... Did I only play 3 creatures that game? That's crazy. That is the wildest win I've probably had against mono red in so long. But all right, hey, is what it is. We're keeping this in hopes that we're actually up against a creature deck. If this is not a creature deck, this hand is Poopsville. Actually, we need it to be a small creature deck, even at that, with the 2 cutdowns. That's not a good sign. When your opponent plays a life gain land, these usually don't do much. Yeah, that's about right. Or maybe, I was going to say, or maybe there was a chance they were playing some life gain stuff of their own. I mean, Shieldred's probably just dying to a removal card here. Yep. Should not be surprised at all. Nope, it didn't, actually. I genuinely thought she was going to die there. What? Now, I've had some strange things happen on the ladder. But life gain land, double life gain land, Murky Sewer, concede to Shieldred? Like, that hand had no counter. Like, it paused for something. No counters, no removal, no nothing? Like, that's crazy. I mean, I assumed our hand was effectively dead against them except for Shieldred. So, that's one, we get a win, but I'm putting quotes around it. It's an asterisk in the record book. Ooh, this is very mana light, but I'm going to keep it. And I'm going to go here. I chose poorly. Alright, so there's Disenchant, Temporary Lock. We're not worried about Temporary Lockdown. Moderately worried about Disenchant. Actually, kind of more worried about Negate, really. Well, we can have them both. Let's take Negate. Lockdown you can keep. Just trying to decide if I want to get rid of the Disenchant or Sunfall. Let's get rid of Sunfall. Obviously, this is just a slow control pile of things. Alright, let's see if Shieldred gets to live. Obviously, our creature land they don't want us to have because they're obviously playing some type of control deck. They have all the colors they need. Question, I need to see if we can safely attack with Shieldred here, or if that's like a ride down or whatever that thing is. It is not. We will take this, though. It's just a land. Alright, go attacking. Okay. Yeah, you got to do something there. Okay. Attack. Put the opponent down to 8. We're going to go ahead and play this, because unless they top deck a sweeper here, that still kills them. Because we'll go to 6 here. And then they either get to, yeah, play Biza. Oh, no, because they gain 4 from Biza, actually. So that's fine. I guess it's still fine, though, unless they have a counter, because then we kill Biza, they lose 2. Archfiend attacks for 6. Oh, actually, this might still be fine. There's the counter? Yeah, that's fine. We still get what we want out of that. And then they have to draw a card and die. That works. Oh, are you serious? Game 2. I mean, they're still dead, but that is a cool way to save. And if anybody's wondering why they didn't die, Shieldred's ability is still on the stack after they draw the card at 2 life. So then they could play this, gain the 2, then they're at 4. Shieldred's thing would resolve, they're at 2. Their problem, though, is they don't have anything to block an Archfiend or anything else, so they're just dead anyway. But cool little trick that they managed to have in their deck. Oh, man. I'm not a big fan of this because let's just keep it anyway. We have a duress. We'll at least know what we're up against. Oh, it's a Ketramose deck. Yeah, at least have some stuff that can exile Ketramose, so that's good. Zorline Ketramose. Wow. Alright, let's get rid of this. Mostly because that's like the most annoying thing, and they'd be able to draw cards off of it, and we wouldn't be able to get rid of it easily. The other stuff, you kind of go, we'll find a way to deal with it. Now, do we just lead with Preacher, knowing Preacher's gone in 2 turns? I think so. We could also put pressure on the opponent by just, like, attack with Preacher. Oh, they didn't find a land. Oh, this is actually really good for us. So let's attack. Because now when they go to play a Sheltered by Ghost, we'll be able to get rid of it. So let's go ahead and just play Unholy Annex. Pass the turn. Ooh, go for the throat. Now we're cooking. Now I feel a little better. So they're going to try to shelter here. Yep. Awesome. Oh, we're in good shape here. I don't know if we want to Shieldred here. I'm just trying to think like what the opponent could possibly do. I think we just play a Revenant here. Just in case they have another 1-drop shelter, we can just get rid of it. And if they just play like Zorline, we don't care. Oh, they get to play that guy with Kicker. Or Offspring, whatever. Yeah, let's kill one. Interesting, I've never really seen that played in Ketramose, which is kind of peculiar. Let's attack, because if they just chump block, I'd rather just hold the... go for the throat. Opponent's going to 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could always activate... oh, wait, no, that's Fountain Port. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass. I don't think we need to get too greedy here. Alright, I was hoping they'd take a little more damage and make our math easy on our turn. Oh, they have another Augur. Yeah, sure, whatever. At this point, Augurs are just chump blocking, and if they survive, they're just going to do more damage to them, so we don't care that much. Matter of fact, I'll just play Archfiend, and then we attack. That's probably it. Because as soon as they block, they'll take extra damage. Yep. Yeah, they didn't have a winning option here. Because now, any amount of life is bad. Well, no, they die when we draw a card during our end step. Yeah, they're dead a bunch of ways here. Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of crazy, because if they block, they lose an additional 2. So they would have saved life by blocking the Revenant. So that would have probably been better, but then they're still at neg 1, because they're still at 0, because they would have lost 2, and then still, yeah, it didn't even matter. Wow, that's a weird game. Weird game, and I've never seen those cards paired with Zorline, which is very interesting. Alright, so the problem here for me with this deck, while it is playable, I don't know if it's particularly better or worse than any other version of Mono Black. Right? Right now, you don't have a way to deal with stuff in the graveyard, so you're still going to be weak to any of the graveyardy, Omniscience, whatever, Reanimator type decks, right? Though you're going to struggle with those. Unless you get exactly Duresses early so you can get rid of the Abuelo's Awakening or whatever. And then you're also going to be kind of weak to the synthesizer decks, right? Because you don't really have a way to get rid of artifacts. So again, unless you get it out of their hand early and you hit your cards, you're going to kind of fall behind, and it's just going to be a tough thing. We do have some flyers that we could overcome that with a little bit, so I'm not going to say that matchup's impossible, but you're definitely going to be weaker to it. The Omniscience graveyard stuff, there's not a lot you can do. Now, those two aside, This version is very good against other stuff, right? If you're playing against Red Aggro, if you're playing against Mono Red, you know, any of that stuff, you're going to do pretty well most of the time. So I think it's a matter of what you're running into. Now, I will say this was played in best of 3, and we do have a sideboard for it, and it did win 60% of its games. So I don't want to sit here and badmouth it and say the deck wasn't good, but it kind of just played like mono black. And it has some of the weaknesses that I don't enjoy playing mono black for. So I don't think I'm probably going to play this anymore this season. If I do, I'd have to make some pretty significant changes. But if you do like mono black, it's a neat other way to go. And if you're struggling for some reason with those Is It Aggro decks or mono red, I'd give this one a look. But you can download it yourself and try it. There'll be a link that takes you over to Moxfield. You know the good stuff. Be sure to check out Tales of Adventure. If you want extra videos that I'm putting out every week for strategy and whatnot, be sure to become a channel member. And if not, just watch another video because that's still free, and watch it all the way through because that always helps. That's all of you for now. We'll see you next time.